Hello and good evening. Welcome to Gttv News with me, Aissatou Koli. First, our headlines. President Barrow swears in 3 top officials, including a new Auditor General. The Gambia hosts 28 Commonwealth Magistrates and Judges Conference. And in sports, Durrington FC crushed DK United in a thrilling Sarakunda West derby. This and more news after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Gttv News. We begin tonight at the State House in Banjul, where President Adama Barrow officially swore in 3 senior government officials, and they are Babukar Ismaila Diouf, who is the new Minister of Defense, Cherno Amadou Sow has been appointed Auditor General, and Ibrahima M. Damfa assumes the role of Deputy Ombudsman. The ceremony, overseen by the Secretary to Cabinet, included the formal signing of the oath book, symbolizing the start of their official duties. Let's take a listen.
Speaking on behalf of his colleagues, the new Minister of Defense expressed gratitude to the President for the trust and confidence bestowed on them. He assured that despite the demanding nature of their responsibilities, they are determined to serve with dedication, fairness, and integrity.
First of all, I want to thank His Excellency for the trust and confidence that is reposed in the 3 of us to serve the country, the Gambia, as part of his social contract with the Gambian people. He has given a piece of his responsibility to us, and as we swore those oaths, we were reminded how important it will be to uphold the oaths, to remember that in executing these responsibilities will be challenged. But the challenges are not insurmountable, and he is very sure that we are all up to the task, and I hope and pray that we do not disappoint.
For his part, President Barrow highlighted the importance of the new rules. He noted that the defense portfolio comes at a time when national security and development are closely connected, while the Auditor General's office will strengthen accountability and public confidence.
The Minister of Defense is stepping into office at a time when our nation's security and its development are inseparably fused. Importantly, too, the strength of our armed forces lies not only in their capacity to defend our borders, but also their ability to command trust, uphold dignity, and serve as peacetime partners. Thus, we look to the Ministry of Defense to safeguard the country's territorial integrity and the values that bind us as a people. On the other hand, the Auditor General's role may appear to be a quiet one sometimes, but it is quite a powerful and significant role in examining how public resources are managed. The Office of the Auditor General can cast light onto places where shadows might otherwise grow. In principle, we press for accountability, not as an end product, but a means to build confidence and trust between the government and the people. When resources are protected and utilized appropriately, opportunities expand and the benefits of growth spread to reach every community.
The President further outlined the significance of the Deputy Ombudsman's office, which he said will ensure impartiality and protect the rights of citizens, especially those whose voices are least heard.
By contrast, the Office of the Deputy ombudsman, we will often hear voices that are seemingly least heard. This office carries the responsibility of ensuring impartiality and the difficulty but noble task of making sure that no one is visible and that no injustice is too small to address. Hence, in protecting the rights of individuals, the Ombudsman strengthens the dignity of the entire nation.
The President reminded the newly sworn officials that leadership is measured by trust and service, not by titles. He urged them to demonstrate integrity, commitment, and fairness as they assume their new responsibilities. Reporting for Gttv News, Aisa Tukoli.
The Gambia has hosted the 20th Triennial Conference of the Commonwealth Magistrates and Judges Association. This landmark gathering brings together judicial experts from across the globe to discuss innovation, justice, and governance. Organizers say the conference highlights the Gambia's growing influence in the Commonwealth legal community. Amijaro reports.
The opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Magistrates and Judges Association 20th Tri-Annual Conference was held in the Gambia. The event was graced by His Excellency President Adama Barrow, alongside His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice of the Gambia. This year's conference focuses on innovation in judicial practice, with a call to embrace change for a better future. Delegates will engage in dialogue on justice, governance, and institutional collaboration. The gathering brings together high-level officials, state ministers, magistrates, and chief justice from across the Commonwealth. With 308 delegates and 25 chief justices, the President reaffirmed the Gambia's commitment to constitutionalism, good governance, and the rule of law. He noted that hosting the conference is a clear demonstration of the country's readiness to showcase progress and learn from the collective wisdom of the Commonwealth.
The reforms reflect our commitment to constitutionalism, good governance, and the rule of law. Hosting this conference demonstrates our willingness to showcase our progress and desire to learn from the collective wisdom of the Commonwealth. As a country implementing the transnational justice program, the Gambia is making significant strides in improving the landscape for the rule of law and good governance, as well as promoting and protecting fundamental human rights and freedoms.
Highlighting the country's transitional justice program, he recalled the nation's painful past under dictatorship, but emphasized the significant reforms made since then to strengthening democracy, uphold human rights, and ensure justice for all.
This is pertinent, recalling that Gambians endure dictatorships that span almost 22 years from July 1994 to January 2017. In 2020, we established a full-fledged, independent and autonomous National Human Rights Commission to promote and safeguard rights in the country. The Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions accredited the Commission with grade A status. There are other significant complementary legal and institutional reforms. Examples include the establishment of Anti-Corruption Commission, a reparation commission to compensate victims of past human rights violations, and a special mechanism act to guarantee justice and accountability for victims identified by the Gambian Truth, Reparation and Reconciliation Commission set up in 2018.
The Chief Justice of the Gambia, Honorable Hassan Boubacar Jallow, gives more details on the theme of the association: innovation in judicial practice, embracing change for a better future.
The theme of this triennial conference, innovation in judicial practice, embracing change for a better future, is thus indeed a very fitting subject for the occasion, and indeed for the future. For we must rise beyond ad hoc solutions to the problems of justice and begin to plan more strategically for the development of the justice sector. National policy makers need to recognize that national development planning cannot ignore the needs for justice and must integrate these needs into such plans. The public investment in justice is a necessity, and it has social and economic dividends for any nation and for the entire community in terms of peace and in terms of the creation of the right environment for progress. We too, as judicial officers, must seize the opportunities provided by modern life in order to deliver more effectively and efficiently on our core mission of administering quality justice in a timely manner. So advances in science and in technology offer us the chance to improve significantly on judicial processes and working methods in case and court management. Reforms of rules of practice and of procedure provide an opportunity to make our institutions truly citadels of justice.
Reporting for Gttv News, I am Amijalo.
Meanwhile, tensions are rising among local transport operators. A group of Gambian drivers staged a protest demanding stricter enforcement of border regulations. They claim that foreign drivers are undermining their livelihoods and accuse authorities of neglecting their grievances despite their contributions through tax and road fees. Yusuf Andur tells us more.
A group of Gambian drivers has taken to the streets to voice frustration over what they describe as marginalizations in their own country. The driver, led by Mohamed Drame, say foreign drivers are crossing Gambian borders and dominating local transport routes, leaving them struggling to survive despite paying their tax and road levels. Speaking to Gambia Talents TV, a group leader, Mohamed Drame, expressed deep resentments over the situations, insisting that Gambian drivers deserve priority.
The vehicle will be allowed to come in the combos here. You will drop the passengers at Basse. Then we the Gambian transport drivers also can able to have our working environment so that we can able to work and see ourselves in the work, because we are no more working. You understood? So this is not only for Malians or Guineans or Sierra Leoneans, it's for all foreign passenger vehicles to stop at Basse. Effective from October 20, next month 20. For you guys to be aware, this is a notice letter that we came here to serve you.
The protesting drivers say the influx of foreign competitors has left many of them jobless or earning far less than before. They argue that while they comply with the national regulations and pay their dues, foreign drivers often undercut prices and operate fairly without proper restrictions. Drame urged fellow Gambian drivers to rely behind the coach, calling it a fight for dignity and economic survival. The group is demanding immediate government interventions to enforce border control, arguing that foreign drivers should only be allowed to operate up to official entry points and no further. They warn that continued inactions could spark wider protests across the country transport sector. Local commuters who witnessed the demonstrations expressed mixed reactions. Some sympathize with the drivers, saying foreign competition has indeed pushed local operators to the brink. Others, however, cautions that closing borders to foreign drivers might disrupt regional trade and raise transport costs for the ordinary Gambians. Authorities have yet to respond to the drivers' demands. The protest highlights growing tensions over crossing border commerce in the Gambia, where regional trade agreements often clash with local economic realities. For now, the drivers say they will continue their campaign until the government takes concrete action to protect their livelihood. Reporting for Gttv News, Yusuf Drendur.
And in business news, the Gambia's maritime sector has received a significant boost with the launch of the World Maritime University Alumni Association Gambian chapter. The association aims to strengthen professional networks, drive maritime development, and position the Gambia as a key player in global ocean governance. Modu Job reports.
The World Maritime University on Saturday, 20th September 2025, launched its Alumni Association Gambian chapter to promote professional collaboration, knowledge sharing, and support for maritime development in the Gambia and beyond. The World Maritime University was founded in 1983 by the International Maritime Organization, a United Nations specialized agency. It was established to advance maritime education, research, and capacity building, particularly for developing countries. The launch brought together distinguished alumni, maritime professionals, government representatives, and international guests. The president of the World Maritime University Alumni Association of the Gambia chapter, Kule Mane, explained the role of the association.
The maritime industry plays a crucial role in our country's economy, connecting us to the global market and serving as a gateway for trade and commerce. As a chapter, we are committed to playing an active role in fostering industry development through the following key areas. 1. Advocacy for policy development. We will work closely with government agencies to advocate for sound maritime policies that promote safe, efficient, and environmentally responsible shipping practices and enhance the competitiveness of our maritime sector. 2. Capacity building and training. We recognize that human capital development is key to the advancement of the maritime sector. Our association will organize seminars, workshops, and training programs to equip maritime professionals with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate the rapidly changing global maritime industry. Partnership and collaboration.
For his part, the Vice President of the Maritime University Alumni Association of the Gambia, Boubacar Sise, highlighted the importance of maritime safety and security and extended appreciation to their partners.
So let me begin with maritime safety and security. Maritime security and safety are fundamental to the sustainability of our industry. Our waters, our ports, and our vessels must be secured. They must be safe, and they must be compliant with global standards. Through this alumni network, we can strengthen our professional capacity to ensure that our workforce is trained adequately to handle the complex issues of maritime safety, from navigation, vessel management, to cybersecurity in the maritime domain. Furthermore, environmental protection is at the heart of our mission. We all know the challenges that we face, as far as environmental issues are concerned. So as stewards of our ocean and rivers, we must advocate for sustainable practices and innovative solutions to protect our marine ecosystems. And how do we do this? That's by engaging in research, policy advocacy, and knowledge sharing. That is at the heart of our alumni association.
A senior alumnus, Omaruddin, noted that the maritime sector in the Gambia has registered significant improvements compared to previous years. Equally, Adama Jata, an alumni member, outlined the long and short-term plans of the Alumni Association Gambian chapter.
Allow me to now present an activity plan which outlines both our short-term and long-term priorities. Considering the fact that this association is now at its tender age, we shall begin our activities at a minimal and slow pace, concentrating on graduate welfare and career empowerment, strengthening collaborations with maritime industry partners, stakeholder engagement on policy development, and efforts to revive the River Gambia transport. On graduate welfare and career empowerment, we are aware of the silent struggles of many of our alumni, and just to name a few, Graduates remain in departments that do not fully utilize their expertise. Prospective graduates face challenges from their institutions, fully understanding the opportunity and impact of supporting their journey at WMU. Despite the high-level training and specialized expertise, many graduates face limited opportunities for career progression upon returning to their institutions. This challenge not only undermines the motivation of returning graduates, but also diminishes the potential institutional benefits of their enhanced knowledge and expertise.
Bintu Gebi Jani, Secretary for World Maritime University Alumni Association Gambia Chapter, said the launch of the WMU Alumni Association Gambia Chapter marks a new chapter for Gambian graduates. It strengthens professional networks to advance the maritime sector while promoting education and global collaboration for the Gambia's growth.
It is a commitment to building a stronger network of professionals dedicated to advancing our maritime sector. It is also a recognition of the vital role that the maritime education and global collaboration play in supporting the Gambia's growth and integration into the international maritime community.
WMU is recognized worldwide as a center of excellence in maritime and ocean education. Today, the university has more than 6,300 alumni from 171 countries. Each year, around 300 students enroll with an average age of about 35, most bring in valuable professional experience from the maritime sector. Notably, women now make up close to 40% of the students' body, reflecting WMU's commitment to gender equality. Reporting for Gttv News, I am Modlamin Job.
From that, we take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We now look at sports. The Serekunda West Mini Stadium was electric on Tuesday night. Durrington FC delivered a dominant performance, overwhelming rivals DK United in a thrilling derby. Fans were treated to a game filled with intensity, goals, and drama as Durrington climbed higher in the league standings. Analysts say this victory cements Durrington's growing reputation as a force to be reckoned with the local football. Our sports reporter Kausudafe has the details.
Durrington FC stamped their authority in the Serekunda West Derby with an emphatic 3-0 victory over DK United on Tuesday, 23rd September 2025. The thrilling encounter at Serekunda West Mini Stadium drew hundreds of passionate fans who were treated to a night of fast-paced football and clinical finishings. From the opening whistle, Durrington FC set the tempo, dominating the passionate and creating early chances to break the deadlock. Despite their relentless pressure in the first quarter of the game, DK United's defenders stood firm, rousing several dangerous attacks to keep the scoreline level. But Durrington's persistence finally paid off in the 35 minutes when Mohamed Jabate fired home a powerful strike, breaking the deadlock and sending their supporters into wild celebrations. DK United responded with a late first half push, desperately searching for an equalizer. But the break, however, Durrington defense remained solid, maintaining their slender 1-0 lead in halftime. The second half saw the intensity rise as both teams battled fiercely for control. DK United pressed forward in searching for an equalizer, but their hopes were dashed in the 72nd minutes. A costly goalkeeping blunder by Bafode gifted Durrington FC second goal, with Yusuf Sane's calmly tapped the ball into the empty net. Just 2 minutes later, the stadium erupted again. Durrington FC's goalkeeper Musa Drame launched a long assist that found Modun Jai, who coolly slotted home a stunning third in the 74th minute to seal the victory. The spectacular finish brought fans to their feet as Durrington FC celebrate a derby trump to remember. The win left Durrington FC to second place on the league table with 6 points from 3 matches, just 3 points behind leaders Manga 11. DK United meanwhile find themselves at the bottom with only 1 point from 3 games, leaving their hopes of climbing the table in urgent need of a turnaround. Durrington FC commanding performance not only strengthening their title ambitions, but also sent a clear message to their league rivals. With a potent attack and resilient defense, the Serekunda West Giants look poised for an exciting season ahead. Reporting for GTV Sports, I am Kausudafe.
Well, from that story by our sports reporter, Kausu Dafe, we'll draw the curtains for this news bulletin. But before we take a leave of you, here are our top stories once again. President Barrow swears in 3 top officials, including a new Auditor General. The Gambia hosts 28 Commonwealth Magistrates and Judges Conference. And in sports, Durrington FC crushed DK United in a thrilling Serekunda West derby. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you in our tonight's news bulletin. I have been your presenter, Aissatou Kolim, and stay tuned for more updates throughout the evening. Do have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.